Hey everyone, so we wanted to touch base on finance questions here. In my seniors business, which I have all my designations for in seniors care, many times senior citizens stay living in their house forever, and they want to stay living in their house. And as long as they have the economic capacity to be able to do that, and family members that help, that's all good. So I run into and get the phone calls when those senior citizens go into senior care. Hey, my brother is going into senior care and I need your help because he's got a house full of stuff. How do we get rid of this stuff? And then we need to get the house sold. Gee, do you know I'm a realtor? No, I didn't know that. Well, I am a realtor. So what I do that's different, because I'm with Real and because I have a contract that allows me to do whatever I darn well want to do as long as it's kosher and legal, or more legal, compliant, then I'm free to do whatever I need to do to help a family. So many times what I'll do, and this has been surprising so many families, is that I'll come in and I'll say, look, if I know I have the real estate listing, then what I'd like to do is I would like to do the entire thing for you for free. I would like to do all of the estate clean out stuff. I would like to do all the heavy lifting. I would like to bring in the dumpsters. I would like to bring in the canisters. I would like to take care of everything for you for free, as long as I know I have the real estate listing. And everybody is floored by that. They're like, really? I'm like, yeah. How can you do that? Well, I've got a team. I've got Trevor, I got Terry. We'll come in and we'll do the best that we possibly can, work on it, and I got to pay them something. But as long as I know I have the real estate listing, then I know I have money to work with. And I kind of know what my costs are. I always ask them to pay for the dumpster. No reason I should have to pay for that. And then the canister that we send everything to the auction house in. As long as they do those two things, I'll do it for free because I know I have the listing then. And all I have to do is have them sign the listing agreement. That's it. And I'm off to the races. It's so much fun to help families. And they're just shocked when they're like, huh? What are you talking about that you're willing to do this and that and the other? This listing I got coming up, or that I'm winning the battle on getting. They happen to have some things in the house that were worth some money, so I've helped them to be able to maximize their value. I've done some work already for them, even though I don't have the listing yet. Trying to wow them to say, look, this guy's for real. Then also, there's some items in this house that are a little bit more valuable. So working with them, but there's something else. Because of my financial services business, what a lot of people don't understand is that when you sell a house, you create open money. A house is open money. It's not producing anything when you're living in it. Unless you have a reverse mortgage, which is kind of a good thing from time to time too, depending on what the situation is. I know for me, a reverse mortgage is going to be a great thing later on. Not right now, but later on. And I will have a reverse mortgage. It makes a lot of sense. Yes, there's a lot of fees in it, but I'll also be able to pay myself for my reverse mortgage since I'm also a financial advisor. It's not a bad problem to have. So in this particular case, a person who is in their 90s, if we sell their house for, I don't know, pick a number. I'm not going to give you the real data. So let's pick a number. Let's say, I don't know, $800,000. We sell their house for $800,000. That money could go into the bank, which is where most people would otherwise put it. They'd take the check over and put it in the bank, and then the banker would say, hey, we love you. You just deposited an $800,000 check. Can we do some work with that? But the problem is that that's counterintuitive too. Because if you put that $800,000 of open money at the bank, then when that person does pass away, every asset that's at the bank gets frozen. The bank freezes it. Can't get it. They try to keep it from you as hard as they possibly can, because to them it's money. They're loaning that money out in mortgages and other things. Why would they ever want you to access that money? So then in order to get the money out of the bank, you got to go and you got to hire a lawyer, an estate's lawyer, who's going to charge you X number of dollars to fight for you on other cost. What's up with that? This is my own money. Why do I have to fight with a lawyer to get my own money from the bank or the estate's own money from its bank? It's counterintuitive, isn't it? But you have to. You have to play the game. It's called probate. And everybody gets involved when you're doing probate, and it slows everything down. It could take 6 months to a year. If there's people contesting the probate, it could take even longer than that to get the money from the house sale out of the estate. If you put the money at the bank, stupid. So instead, when I come in and help a senior citizen, I point out, what do you want to do with this money? Oh, I want this to go to my kids. Okay. We will put it in the insurance company. Oh, yeah. So if we put it with an insurance company, they will give us an insurance contract, not life insurance, an investment contract. And in that investment contract, we will name the beneficiaries as you see fit. Do you have a will yet? Yes, I do. Okay, great. We have to match the beneficiaries that are in your will to this contract. Must be done that way. Government of Canada doesn't allow it to be done a different way if you've already got a will. Okay, perfect. What's your will say? Who gets what? Mary Sue gets 25%, Frederick Ann gets 25%, Mary Jo gets 25%, and John gets 25%. Okay, great. So we take this open money, we deposit it at the insurance company in a segregated fund that has guarantees in it. Segregated funds do have a little bit more of a fee structure in them. They do. But they also have a guarantee. And the guarantee is that if you die, to certain age groups, if you die, then congratulations, we will guarantee your deposit. So if you put $400,000 with us and the market goes down 10%, you don't have $360,000, you got $400,000. And you die, you got $400,000. Your beneficiaries get $400,000. And it's separated as exactly how your will states. So those four individuals get 25%, 25%, 25%, and 25%. And that happens in a week after you die. It's a beneficiary claim. It's a life insurance claim. It gets processed very, very rapidly. It doesn't have to go through probate. It doesn't have to sit frozen at the bank. The life insurance company says, we want to get rid of this damn thing. Could you please take this money from us so that we can execute the contract and get the heck cleaned out of this? It's not our money anyway. Where the bank sits there and says, this is our money. We're not giving you a dime. So I also do that. And so in this one competitive bidding process, I step in and I say, your family member is 95 years old, and I really respect that you're helping your family member. Truly respect that. And look, I want my sign in the front yard because I know that I'll create some income for my family. I've been married for 28 years. I'm not getting divorced. I get stock options every time I sell a house, and my stock options are doubling because I'm with Real. And I don't have any debt. This house is paid off. So what I'd like to do is I would like to offer you a free clean out. The labor, all of that, taken care of. I'll manage the whole thing. It's all my skill sets, all right here. Know exactly how it needs to all happen. And in exchange, since I'm going to do all of that work for free, I'm going to be working in your house anyway. So I'd like to have the listing so that if I have a key while I'm doing the clean out, I can also be talking to other fellow realtors about this beautiful house that's going to be hitting the market. And who knows? We might be able to do an off-market deal. I'm not going to promise you an off-market deal because it has to be your number. It has to be the right number of what the house is actually physically worth. But I don't know. I might be able to get one of my other fellow realtors with their client through this house who really, really like it, and they make a deal that you could go ahead and accept. I don't know that, but I'm going to try. Because if we can do a deal off-market, then you're going to get a little bit cheaper commission rates too. Because everybody will take less. So you win. Hadn't really thought about that. Oh, and by the way, the remaining money, once we get this house sold, that needs to be deposited with a life insurance company to avoid probate and avoid fees and avoid lawyers and avoid time. Tell me more about that too, Brian. So I can cover all of it. That's why what I built. And I'm starting to get that business. This property I'm working on right now, I should have that business. I should have all of that business. So does it matter if I do the clean out for free? No, it doesn't matter at all. Does it matter if I have to pay Trevor and Terry to help me to do the clean out? No, it doesn't matter at all. It's okay. It's just a business expense. Takes off of my profits that I'm otherwise going to make on the commission check for selling the house. And I might already get the house sold while I'm cleaning it out because one of those realtors coming by, or I might know somebody coming by who might want to buy the house too. And then look out on the commission because I'm going to deeply, deeply, deeply discount that commission to help your family. Really? Of course. Why wouldn't I? It's not about the money. It's about helping your family. Real estate's about people, and people should be able to afford it. So then, that open money, by the way, since dad or mom or whoever it is wants this money to be able to transfer to beneficiaries as tax efficiently as humanly possible, then that should be deposited with an insurance company. And oh, by the way, I have a financial services company. And I can tell you, shh, don't tell anyone. This is a hidden secret on why I've built this model this way. But that commission check from a 95-year-old who just sold their house, that commission check is more than the real estate commission check. That's why it doesn't matter if I discount down the real estate. As long as I know that I have the potential to be able to have all of the pie, how much money does somebody need to do the right thing for a family? That's why it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter what the commission structure is. It doesn't matter. Because I've set myself up to win, win, win. And I do. I'm winning some of them. Last year I won one. It was very, very gracious. When that deposit check got put into the bank, and now the market was up 23%. I can't wait to have that meeting at tax time here this year. They're going to have a little bit of a capital gains tax. They will. But their account has done really, really well. That check for, let's say, $400,000 has done really well for the course of the year. The client has more money than what they ever thought that they would. Really? And that does create a little bit of a tax consequence because the money is now out working. So it does create a capital gain. So what we do is we sell a little bit of it to pay the capital gains tax. We're still this far ahead. That's a good thing. And there's a 100% guarantee of the money for the family when he passes away of the new fund. Oh, great. Well, there's no resets for him because he's above 80 years old. But if you're below 80 years old, you can lock in the resets as well too. Now, so there's not the guarantee of the new money, but it's invested very cautiously. And the money managers that manage that money are all professionals. They've been professionals in doing that business for a very long time. So there's some risk to it, of course there is, but not a whole lot of risk in there at all. They made a little bit over 8.5% probably last year. I haven't fully looked at it yet because it's not capital gains season as of yet. There's only so much I can get done in a day. But with both of these cases, I've made that offer. And in both cases, they're just shocked. They're like, you're like a one-stop shop, aren't you? Yeah, well, that's why I built this business this way. And I can tell you that if I got an $800,000 wealth deposit, that's a hell of a lot of commission. The other thing that I can also tell you is that there's no risk to the commission. So even if I do the business for this 95-year-old and then they die at the age of 96, I'm not clawed back on the commission. The insurance company doesn't do that. This one insurance company doesn't do that. I don't know what the policies are at the other insurance companies because I don't need to know that. I know that this company doesn't do it, so I know that I don't have risk. And I know that I'm doing the right thing for my client because I'm avoiding probate. I'm avoiding lawyers. I'm avoiding everything. And the beneficiaries are getting their money as soon as that person passes away within 5 to 7 days. What a deal. It's how I've set this up. It's why I'm having these conversations with people. And I am winning them a little bit at a time. They're like, geez, I didn't know I could do any of this stuff, right? Yep. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time to have a financial advisor and a realtor come see you to talk about how we can structure some of these things. All I'd like to do is go to work for you. Would you say yes? You know, how much more money can I save you? How much more can I do for your family than those 3 things? Aren't those the most important things that we're here talking about? Yeah, they really are, Brian. Well, let me do those 3 things. I'll hit the ball out of the park. Make me your client. Let me make you my client. And look out. Because I'm focusing on you. I can't focus on you until you become a client in some way. Now, okay, great. What if we know another realtor? Oh, well, have that realtor come in too. Listen to them. Find out what they're going to do for your family. Maybe that realtor needs the listing. Maybe you decide to do that. Well, then the clean out's not free any longer. Then I'm going to charge you for it. And the proceeds from the house can still be invested in my insurance company. And we can still do all those wonderful things. It's going to be further afield for you. Because generally what happens is you start working with a different realtor, they start putting different things in your head that's not necessarily truthful or even accurate to what's going on because they don't have a finance business. They don't have a clean-out business. They don't have all the designations around senior decision-making that I have. They just don't have the education. So they don't know. That's all. So that's why the estates business is so crazy busy. That's why it's so much fun helping Windsor families to avoid probate and to be able to make sure that that money goes to where it's supposed to go. And we keep it out of the bank too, because the bank's not a friendly place to be. So thanks for watching. That's a little bit more about the estates business, how I've got it set up, why I want to kind of expand it over into the United States as well too. Now, the United States, they do not have things called segregated funds. You must put your money at the bank, which sucks. Here in Canada, we've got these amazing things called segregated funds. Sorry, not mutual funds, but segregated funds, which are the exact same things as what a mutual fund is, run by the same people, only with a little bit of a guarantee in them, so you have a little bit higher MER, because there's some guarantees built into them, which is really, really wonderful when you're an investor. So if you have any questions about senior care, about the concept, Mary Sue Mahaffey is going into Retirement Village, Brian. She has a house full of stuff. What do I do with it? I can do that. I can help you. She has this house that we kind of need to get sold because her care is going to be expensive. She's now got Alzheimer's, and that's $7,000 a month. And we need to get this house sold so that we can pay for her care. Great, not a problem. We can set that all up too. We can get the house sold and we can take the proceeds and put them into segregated funds and be able to get you a monthly stipend to be able to help take care of her care. Really? Yes. Could do it all. That's why I've got this set up this way, and that's what I do. Just is. So if you have any questions about estate planning, if you're in the middle of going through the crying process of, mom died, now what do I do? Give me a call. That's what I'm here for. 519-995-6145. Brian, signing out. Have a good night. Bye-bye.